You've landed, but the mission is only started. Conferences, client dinners, on-sites, and nights that never end. Bright lights, loud rooms, and caffeine disguises connection. You walk in fine and leave 3 days later with your immune system in a body bag. There is no way to avoid the chaos. This is about surviving it. Welcome to the on-site chaos, part 2 of Travel Ops. In part 1, we give you the tools to prepare like an athlete. Today, we show you how to perform like one when the environment turns hostile. By the end of this, you'll know how to stay operational while everything around you falls apart. How to manage your time on someone else's schedule. Sleep decay, nutrition traps, sensory overload without burning out. These are the same systems that I use to survive conferences, client events, and chaos, and still walk out fully functional when it comes time to get back to doing my real job. I'm Ben Canning, co-founder of WeHack Health, coach, event coordinator, and survivor of the chaos. The chaos that you think is temporary. At WeHack Health, we work with hackers, cyber pros, tech bros who live in airports and survive on caffeine. And I have heard every excuse. The conference food was awful. There was no gym in the hotel. There was 16 hours of meetings and a client dinner. I'll get back on track after insert 5th conference of the year. I have made those excuses myself. From my mistakes and the lessons that I have from hundreds of clients, I now build systems that can help you stop doing the same. On-site chaos isn't just conferences, it's every environment that strips away control. Control of time, energy, and sleep. Control of gyms, training, and any real meaningful output. Control of nutrition and control of self. Business travel, on-site meetings, and remote work weeks. Usually, this is where your sleep tanks, your nutrition goes rogue, and discipline, it fades under lights, noise, and everyone's priorities over your time. Your system gets completely hijacked, and it's hard for you to even see it happening. The mission, maintaining control even under pressure. Adapt fast and recover even faster. And stay human, even in hostile environments. The sleeper shows up after day 1. Every night gets shorter and every morning hits harder. Sleep debt compounds and recovery and focus flatline. You run on caffeine and cortisol until both run out. Look, this isn't just fatigue, this is performance crash in slow motion. Think about it, your mood tanks and your ability to stay present becomes infinitely more difficult each day. Let me tell you, it's not laziness, it's a compromised system. The mission? Protect your recovery windows at all costs. Simple things like limit blue light exposure as early as possible. Drop your caffeine intake by 2 p.m. at the latest, ideally 12 if you're really taking this seriously, and make your hotel room as dark as possible. Set your room temperature to about 65 degrees and make sure you leave your spare room key in that little keep electric on box by the door. Deploy your sleep loadout, eye mask, earplug, and magnesium. If you can't extend sleep, at least improve the quality, because once the Reaper's got you, every wakening hour comes at double the cost. Hotel breakfasts, conference buffets, client dinners, and open bar tabs. None of these things are free. They come with a performance tax. Every extra plate that you justify and every extra drink that you earn, that's just tomorrow's brain fog loading in the background. You can't outtrain 3,000 calories of networking, and you cannot think clearly when you're on the blood sugar roller coaster. The bandit sells your belonging through consumption. You feel the pressure to partake because it's the norm or everyone else is doing it. The mission? Anchor every day with protein and hydration. A high protein breakfast, double down on hydration. Ensure some level of micronutrients. Berries are my go-to. You can get them anywhere. They're high fiber and they keep the digestive system functioning. Avoid the tiny little carb heavy, delicious looking chocolate muffins that seem to be the foundation of conference nutrition. And look, I'll be honest, we're all grown adults. So the lies that you tell yourself about peer pressure, that it was all there was to eat, are all bullshit, and maybe an exercise on discipline that you're feeling on repeat. Restraint is the real flex, so don't be afraid to set the standard here and become the new normal. The sensory assassin doesn't attack head on. It creeps in through light, sound, constant noise, and multiple different conversations. It doesn't matter if it's a conference hall, hotel lobby, boardroom, or client dinner. It is all open plan chaos. Every announcement, handshake, hard sell, or conversation chips away bit by bit. Relaxation, forget it. You'll feel like your focus is off no matter what room you're in. The air is stale, the lights are bright. It's a complete sensory overload. The mission here is to control what you can at the events or the meetings and double down on recalibration when the day is done. Walk alone, sit in silence. A regular system reboot will keep you online for the days to come. Think of the have you tried turning it off and on again? Overstimulation kills focus faster than fatigue ever will. The dopamine dealer overloads your brain's reward circuit and leaves you empty on exit. The post-event silence comes at a cost. When you've been overstimulated for a full day or multiple days, and then all of a sudden there are no people, the noise is gone, and your adrenaline has crashed. Your brain starts searching for the next hit. From the doom scroll to the minibar, you're in the dealer's trap now. You've been riding high, and now you're paying the tax. The mission? Re-regulate your signal. Start with some light cardio or a gym session. Eat some real food, like actual nutrients that will benefit your body. Grab a cold shower, get sunlight exposure if possible, and probably, most importantly, sleep. Trade dopamine hits for serotonin habits. Rebuild the baseline and stop chasing the high. The logic bomb deploys quietly and detonates through decision fatigue. He detonates through 1,000 micro choices. Which black t-shirt are you going to wear today? What to eat or what not to eat? What talk to go to or which after party to attend? One more margarita or not? Every decision drains bandwidth. By day 2, you're out of RAM. You default to convenience and skip anything that requires any level of thinking. That is cognitive overload. And the mission? Pre-plan as much as you can, or at least automate 3 things. Where are you going to eat? Where are you going to train? And what is your scheduled wake time? Bonus tip, just bring 5 of the exact same black t-shirt. Autopilot your basics so you can deploy your brain when it counts. Simplify to survive. The antidote to chaos is preloaded systems, and as we know, every boss has a counter. It's time to equip your loadout. You can't fix the chaos, but you can buffer against it. The antidote isn't motivation, it's a solid fucking system. You know the basics: sleep, hydration, nutrition, movement, and mindset. Each one is a patch that keeps you operational when everything else is burning. Sleep is not optional, it is essential. Even 5 clean hours beats an all-nighter. And let's face it, nothing productive happens after 9 p.m. anyway. Protect your sleep window, keep your room dark, cold, and silent. Use eye masks, earplugs, and a solid sleep stack. If we can't extend duration, let's maximize depth.
That's what she said.
Every missed hour compounds interest, and the reaper collects. I have said this 1,000 times, and I will die on this hill. Hydration is your biggest driver, and it's your best bang for buck habit to maintain focus and energy. It regulates your temperature, it lubricates your joints, and it flushes out waste, which this time is probably in the form of too many margaritas. So please, as a public service announcement, stop overlooking hydration. Conference aircon, caffeine, and one too many drinks all drain your power supply. I'll give you one rule, and yes, you will have heard me say this before. Hydrate before you caffeinate. 24 ounces of water with electrolytes upon wake. Then gamify the how much water can I drink per meeting part. Hydration is a cognitive cheat code, like up, down, left, right, B, A, start. 30 lives to use as you navigate each day. Keep plasma volume stable and the brain stays online. With this one, the best approach is to manage expectation. We know it's not going to be perfect, but what's the non-negotiable? One rule to execute every day. One real meal every day, 0 compromise. I don't think that's unfair or unrealistic. Protein and veg. Eat it slow, like be mindful while you're eating. This will help with digestion and give you some sense of respite in the madness. You can snack, graze, or grab something later, but if that anchor meal disappears, then so does discipline. If you want to play on expert mode, like some of the operators that we work with, eat before each event. High protein breakfast and seek out a better lunch option. I guarantee if you look, they're not that far away. And have dinner on your terms. Just because it is there doesn't mean you have to eat it. So fuel for function, for focus, and be intentional. Movement beyond meeting room to meeting room. Not for fitness, but so you can function. Minimum viable motion. I would say 20 minutes. Is that too much to ask? Because realistically, if you're going to be awake for 20 hours a day, surely 20 minutes of intentional movement can be a part of that. It's literally 1.67% of your day. Walk between sessions, stretch before bed, and go to the fucking gym.
Go to the fucking gym.
Honestly, even if the hotel fitness center doesn't give you what you need, look for a decent gym nearby. There are over 100,000 gyms in the US. I bet you if you just Google it, you'll be able to find one. I know, what a concept. Movement clears the noise and stabilizes your mood faster than any supplement. The goal isn't steps, it's sanity. When the chaos ends, the stories start. So instead of feeling regret or guilt, gather the data. Give yourself a daily debrief. What went right? What needs patching? What stays the same? Reflection is the reboot. And surviving the mission means learning from it, not looping it. Most people walk around the chaos unarmed, but you're not most people, not anymore. The standard is yours to set. You've got the loadout, now it's time to deploy it. When you're in the field, there is no perfect day. Once you accept that, you earn the freedom to fail, as long as you learn. From here, there's only the next move, the operator field plan. The rhythm that keeps you stable while everything around you burns down or burns out. In the morning, you need sunlight, hydration, and protein. Give yourself 30 minutes input free. Don't let the rest of the world set your tone for the day. Start grounded. Around midday, you want to move between sessions. Just walk instead of scroll. Manage your caffeine. Keep it tactical, not habitual or emotional. In the afternoon, you need a small meal, electrolytes, and 5 minutes of mobility if possible. Simple inputs, predictable outcomes. That is how you win the daytime war. The mission changes after dark. Set a hard cutoff time and actually stick to it. If you're staying out, control volume and timing. Some high quality H2O between every drink. No all night heroics. Set a nightcap, classic cocktail of magnesium, ashwagandha and glycine. Add some melatonin if you're really feeling it. Put the sleep mask on and get your earplugs in. You don't have to skip the fun, you just have to out-strategize it, because true operators know when to log off and protect the asset. This isn't theory, it's field tested. Here's the Panda protocol. Before I travel, I will have already scoped out what the hotel has to offer. In-room kitchenette, fridge, the fitness center. Maybe there's a nearby gym or some decent local food options. But when I'm on the ground, I skip most breakfasts, anchor the day with one high quality meal, I hydrate hard, and I get surgical with stimulation. Gym on day one sets the tone, then I aim for every other day. It's not about volume, and it's honestly not about PRs and intensity. In most cases, it's about staying true to the habit. To keep one foot on the wagon so it's not so difficult to get back on. A former version of me would have been 17 margaritas deep looking for a 3 AM taco stand. Now, I still enjoy a margarita. I sell it to myself with the salted glass being basically an electrolyte supplement. I stay social to a point. I prioritize not just sleep, but knowing there's a very early AM version of me that wants to get a work block in before everything else kicks off. I use chaos as a test, not an excuse. If it breaks me, it exposes me, which is a feedback loop I can fix. I know where my priorities lie, and they are no longer at the bottom of a bottle of tequila. When the event is over, your system still needs a patch. The very same rules apply. Sleep, hydrate, eat real food, move. No caffeine afternoon, and let your adrenals breathe. Sauna, cold exposure, sunlight. Re-regulate the dopamine. Run a full systems check on your digestion, energy, mood, and focus. You made it out, but now it's time to recover the operator, not just the output. But we'll go deeper in part 4, the total reset protocol. The operator mindset requires precision under pressure. The hard truth, your excuses or accidents are avoidance of ownership. It's easy to blame the environment or other people for your lack of discipline. Don't delegate your decisions, own them. And I'm very much in the mindset of reviewing situations or making decisions comes down to 2 questions. Is this in line with my goals, my values, or the person I want to become? And if no, in this case, is it worth it? Which sometimes the answer is yes. And that's cool. Accept it and enjoy it. But don't pass the blame. You're 10 drinks deep on the hunt for the nearest burger spot. Ownership is integrity, and there's freedom within that. The goal is not perfection, it is precision under pressure. So set your expectations going in and have your travel non-negotiables. Anyone can be disciplined at home. The real test is when structure breaks, routine is removed, and temptation takes over. Be aware, be realistic, and be adaptable. And most importantly, don't inherit the standard. Just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it always has to be that way. So that's part 2 of Travel Up's on-site chaos. Watch out for part 3, Hotel Systems, where we teach you how to turn any hotel room into a recovery lab. For now, check us out on Discord, discord.gg/wehackhealth. I'm Ben Canning. See you in the next mission.